Chapter 8, Part 2. Protected by a Higher Force. I started going for walks every day along the seafront and down to a place called Little Priory, where there used to be a 12th century monastery, and walking through the woods there. I was loving my life in Wales. I always wanted to live in Pembrokeshire since I was a child, and my wish had come true. I lost a lot of feelings by being on drugs for many years, and by coming off drugs, my feelings started flooding back to me all at the same time. And for the first time, I was high on life, and I felt protected by a higher force. A beautiful lady that changed my life. I started once a week going down to the Nelson Hotel in Milford, where a traditional jazz band played. I started getting up and singing with them and meeting a few musicians there. A few weeks went by when I went to the Nelson again. I was singing a few Bessie Smith songs when I noticed this beautiful lady coming through the door. I could not stop looking at her. I felt that my soul was connected to her. I came off stage and I went over to talk to her. Her name was Christine, and she was with her twin sister Hilary and her boyfriend. We talked until the end of the night and made arrangements to see each other at the Nelson the following week. We both met the week after, and I asked Christine if she'd fancy coming to the Torch Theatre to see Dr. Feelgood in a couple of weeks, because my friend Steve Welwyn plays lead guitar with them, and I haven't seen him for over 10 years, and it would be great to catch up with him and have a chat. Dr. Feelgood. So a couple of weeks went by, and I'd made arrangements to meet Christine outside the Torch Theatre to see Dr. Feelgood. We had first row tickets, and we sat down to watch the show. Just before they came off stage to have a break, Steve noticed me, and Christine and he asked us to have a drink with him at the bar. We just talked and talked about good old times in the blues club at the Freemasons Tavern in Coventry. Before Steve left us to do his second set, he asked Christine and I to come to a party at the hotel with a band, and we said yes. The ex-Yardbirds and ex-Animals were playing at the King's the same night, and he said they'd be at the party too. Christine and I had a smashing night out. We got too drunk and we never made the party. Moved in with Christine 1996. One night at the bedsit where I was living, I was just settled down for the night watching TV. I had just finished my dinner and a knock came on the door. I opened the door and there were 3 men who I didn't know, and they said they were taking me to Neyland to see Christine. I wasn't going to come at first, and then I thought it would make a good adventure. So from that night forward, I moved in at Christine's and went back to the bedsit a few days later to pick up my stuff. Christine had a large 3-bedroom house with a coal fire to keep us warm. I would go out every day to collect wood for the fire to keep the house nice and warm.